It happens in less than a second. You are standing in an ordinary place, doing an ordinary thing, and then someone walks into your line of sight. And something shifts. Not in your thoughts, not in your feelings, in your body. Your pupils dilate. Your palms produce a thin film of moisture. A cocktail of chemicals that took millions of years to perfect detonates somewhere behind your sternum. And before your conscious mind has formed a single coherent thought about this person, your ancient biology has already made a decision. But the real answer to what just happened is far stranger than romance. What your body just did has almost nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with survival, reproduction, and a neurological system so old it predates language, art, and every love song ever written. You did not fall in love. Your brain executed a program. The neuroscientist Helen Fisher spent more than 30 years mapping the biological machinery of romantic attraction. She identified 3 distinct systems operating simultaneously inside you the moment attraction fires. Lust, driven by testosterone and estrogen. Attraction, driven by dopamine and norepinephrine. And attachment, driven by oxytocin and vasopressin. These systems evolved separately over millions of years for entirely different purposes. They do not always agree, and together they are responsible for some of the most irrational, overwhelming, and occasionally destructive behavior in all of human experience. Start with the first thing your body does. The pupils. When you see someone your brain has tagged as potentially significant, your pupils dilate within milliseconds. This is not something you choose. It is controlled by the autonomic nervous system, the same system that regulates your heartbeat and your breathing. The dilation signals arousal, interest, alertness. And here is the part no one tells you. Other people read it. Studies by psychologist Eckhard Hess in the 1960s demonstrated that people consistently rate faces with dilated pupils as more attractive, more likable, and warmer, even when they cannot consciously identify why. Your eyes are broadcasting a signal you are not aware you are sending, and the person across from you is reading it without knowing they are reading it. Your heart rate increases next. Not dramatically at first. A subtle lift, a quickening. This is norepinephrine flooding your system, the same neurotransmitter released during a threat response. And that is not a coincidence. Attraction and threat use overlapping neurological machinery. Your body cannot entirely distinguish between the two. The racing heart you feel standing next to someone you are drawn to is built on the same ancient foundation as the racing heart you feel when you hear a noise in the dark. Then dopamine arrives. Dopamine is the molecule your brain uses to say, "This matters, pay attention, do it again." It is not a pleasure chemical exactly. It is a wanting chemical, a pursuit chemical. When dopamine floods the nucleus accumbens, the reward center of your brain, it does not give you satisfaction. It gives you craving. It makes you think about this person constantly. It makes everything else seem flat and colorless by comparison. It is the reason new love feels like obsession, because neurologically,